Hello everybody, Happy New Year and welcome back. I do apologize in advance if the audio is not the greatest on this. I have my good camera so that you can actually see things, but I do not have my external microphone with me. That is probably just how some of these vlogs are going to be for a little bit. It's difficult to have all of my equipment everywhere at once. So as you can maybe tell, I am back at the condo. It has officially been a month since closing, so I just wanted to give kind of a rundown of where I'm at and just kind of get back into it. It has been strange being away for so long. YouTube has always been a constant in my life, so now it's also a little bit strange to get back to it. And honestly, the next couple of months are probably going to be dominated by this moving and remodeling content. That's where I kind of wanted to start off. I didn't really have time to explain in the last video how this is all working. I am doing a couple of the larger projects before I officially move in here, so I am actually probably a month or two out from being in here full time still. Obviously, we just wrapped up the holidays and I haven't had much time to be here so far. And actually right now as I speak, I was supposed to be preparing for travel to Light Ovation. However, a number of the current world situations have forced me to reconsider that decision and I have opted to cancel. So now I am off from my other job for a number of days and I will have some time to be over here and start looking at things, working on things. So as I mentioned, there has not been a lot of time for me to be here so far. My dad has actually been here more than me working on a couple of things. So I'm just going to go ahead and take you through, show you a couple of the things that have been done so far, and let you know what's coming up next. So first and foremost, my unit was the only one in the building that did not have a deadbolt lock. So pretty much the first thing I did was have that added. And the building is older, so they're pretty relaxed on what type of hardware you use. Of course, I am still obsessed with soft brass, so this is my first implementation of it within this unit. There will be much more where this came from. So then from there you can see the switch plate is removed. My dad was mostly behind this part. He was kind of just killing time while they were installing the lock, and he ripped down all of the wallpaper that was throughout this section. It actually added a really cool texture, and if it wasn't painted over so many times, I probably would have kept that. But it had a couple layers of paint on it and just looked overall too sloppy for my taste. So I opted for removing it, and you can see I'm working on some paint samples there. I'm not sure if any of that is what I'm going to use. I'm hoping to get some of my new lighting installed and see colors in the new light before making a decision. But overall, the wallpaper came off amazingly clean. You can see here the wall is textured underneath and it really didn't cause too much damage. So just a little cleanup and some fresh paint and we should be good to go here. And FYI, I am not going to be painting this place myself. I will be hiring that out. We have a great guy who did my parents' place and it's relatively affordable. I absolutely hate painting and I've already done enough of it in my lifetime. I'm just going to hire a professional and get it done quick. So living room, not much to update you on except for the fact that I could be getting an electrician in here as early as next week. That is going to be for adding most of the lighting and fans that I mentioned wanting to add in my last video. Once again, it's something that I could feasibly do myself. However, I am in a building with other residents, so I don't want to make myself liable for anything down the road. And it would also take me quite a while to do all this myself, and I just need it to move quicker. Once again, we have a great guy, relatively affordable. I am not mad about paying a professional in this circumstance. So I don't have anything going in the way of fans right now, but I do have the lighting on hand. So these are the Lodos LED lights from WAC, and let me just show you what they are. It is a pop-in LED disc with a separate driver, color tunable to 5 different color temperatures. It does also have an integrated swivel, which is going to be great for my sloped ceilings. And unlike a lot of the other LED discs and wafers of this style that just throw a bunch of lumens around, these ones, as you can probably tell by the reflector, produce a really good directed beam. So these smaller ones are going to be for the rooms with 8-foot ceilings like the bedrooms and bathrooms. And then I have these big guys for out in the main areas. The other reason I chose these is because I haven't lived in this space yet and I'm not super sure yet what I'm going to want or need. These lights are relatively low commitment on what you have to install, so if I want to change or upgrade or eliminate something in the future, these give me the space to do that. So I'm very excited to see how these will change the dynamic of the space. I've actually already seen what difference changing out a light fixture can make in this place. So this is just a closet with a center fixture. I'm not going to go overboard on redoing the lighting in here. I did, however, purchase a couple of these Kichler Horizon discs just for sampling and deciding what I was going to do with the lighting everywhere else. So I figured I already have one, might as well use it in here. And while the lighting output was not what I wanted for everywhere else, oh my gosh, what a difference it makes in this room. It just looks so much less dingy and dated. I seriously cannot wait to get this place lit with proper layers of lighting from floor to ceiling. So speaking of proper lighting, this is the other development. This kind of lighting with recessed cans over a vanity should never be allowed. And honestly, I'm going to show you the difference in the guest bath because you can kind of get away with it in this scenario. When you have them offset from your working position like this, you get a little bit more light bouncing around and a little less shadowing. This is the guest bath. I'm not going to bother with changing this out, but I will change those to LED trims eventually. But back in here, I just absolutely cannot function with this. Also, we were trying to figure out what this switch did, and as far as I can tell, it just ends in this wire that terminated in a box in the center here. So the plan here is I just want to rip out this entire soffit, recessed lighting goes away, we'll get the wire back in the wall and do some vanity lights or sconces, something along those lines. But this is what you get when a lighting snob moves in. Bad design is going bye-bye. Forgot to finish my thought on this wire. My plan for that is we'll fish it up into the ceiling and then we'll probably pop one of those WAC discs here. Backlighting in general is just bad practice at a vanity, but I just want something here for general lighting when I need it. And I already have the switch and wire, so I might as well utilize it for something. So I will be ripping into more of this soon. And thank God this popcorn texture is going away with this. I forgot to mention that in the other bathroom. I will be scraping that off of the soffit. I just think it looks terrible. It's going away. I actually wanted to scrape down every single ceiling in this place. It's all old, super textured popcorn that I just really dislike. I know a lot of people just don't do popcorn ceilings. I'm not necessarily one of those people. It's just this super heavy texture stuff that I don't particularly care for. However, it's been painted over a couple of times. It's very difficult, expensive, and or time-consuming to remove. So I'm just going to repair damage on it, get a fresh coat of paint, and we will call it a day on that. I've looked into every option from covering it to doing it myself to having our paint guys do it. None of it is feasible, so I will learn to live with it. So that's kind of the rundown on where I'm currently at. I think I'm just going to end this video here and call it an update video so that I can actually get something uploaded for you guys. But like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I'm going to be here a bunch the next several days. So I will probably start recording again on whatever I'm working on. So with that, I hope to see you guys a little bit more often here in the new year. Thank you for being here and for watching today, and I will see you next time.